Hey, how you doing? So today I thought I'd make some stamp art. So I used to work at Walmart and as a stalker, so I'd keep these weird plastics that I found like while stalking that we would just like throw away or whatever because I thought it'd be cool to like make art out of it. So I have these like 5 pieces. Um maybe it's 5, maybe it's 6, I don't know. But I thought I'd make art out of it. Yeah. So I don't work at Walmart anymore, and I've been putting this video off, but I moved, um, and I'm gonna move again very soon. And so when I moved, I was like, oh, I can't throw these away. I have to make a video. But I'm making the video now because I'm like, I'm not gonna move with with these weird pieces of plastic again. So yeah, that's why I'm making this video. So at first, I was like, if I use thin paint, then it'll like go on better. I don't know why, but that's what I thought. So my first attempts, like, they were really bad. Like, you could barely see, like, the design, the pattern. So, what I end up making is, like, a little more abstract just because it's hard. It was hard for me to get these, like, defined, like, shapes with these weird plastic things. Um, I do push down pretty hard. I just cut it out of the video just so that the video would be shorter. But yeah, the colors are kind of weird right now just because it was like the first attempt, like, and it was like a lot of paint I was gonna use. So I was just using colors that I don't really like and that I thought were thin. So this, the first time, came out really bad. So the second time, I just globbed a whole bunch of the green paint on to hope that it would come out better. And I think it did like a little bit, but it was still pretty rough. But that's okay because this is just like the first trial to see how they would stamp. Yeah, and then some of them the sides were like different on each side. So like the green dots were one side, but I thought I would try like the other side of the plasticky thing just to see if it had like a cooler shape. So here how that comes out. I think it's okay, but I don't end up using that side in like the final piece. And then this like papery one really did not stamp good, but I think it's because it was paper, it absorbed some of the paint. So yeah, this though I got from like when I bought my razor. I think it came in this, so this wasn't like a packaging thing. This was well like from a company. Like it wasn't like I don't know what I'm saying. It was just from a razor I bought, not from working at Walmart. And then I thought I'd try the other side too, just because I thought that like circle thing kind of looked like an arrow or like a planchette almost, but it just came out as like a glob. Like this is really bad. But yeah, so I like don't end up using half of these. Like I only use some of them in the final product thing. This one I thought would turn out really good. It's I think it's kind of rough, but I think it would be interesting to use in the future for like texture and stuff. Like I thought it was okay looking. Yeah. And then this one came out like the clearest, but that's also because it was like the most simple. And by the end, I was just like putting so much paint on there. So, yeah, it took forever for this to dry. But I didn't want to like just waste this page, so I turned it into like these weird little guys. I like the eye patch up there. And then I made like one of the guys' feet pickles, and I think it's pretty cute. And then the purple is supposed to be like the mouth, but like all the three faces mouth. Like it's pretty abstract, but here I'm working on the final thing, and the I forget what I'm saying. The color palette I chose is because I was watching someone. I'll put their name up here. I was watching a YouTuber or listening to it, um, but they were reviewing But I'm a Cheerleader, so I really got inspired by the pinks and the blues, like from that movie. So yeah, this I'm stamping first because it's like the furthest in the background. But I'm trying to make like a gate, like that's what I'm doing. So this I thought it would come out better if I just did like the half sections. That way the paint wouldn't dry while I was putting paint on the other side. So I think it ends up like that looks a lot better than the testing one. But some of like the paint that I used for the testing came out onto it, like that black part. It like peeled off with the blue paint. So that kind of sucks, but I think it came out okay. I do, sorry, I'm burping. I do paint over some of the places. Like, I know that defeats the purpose of like stamp, because that way you don't have to paint, but I just wanted it to be a little more clearer, so I added a little bit of spots, even though it's like kind of cheating, but oh well. um, yeah, I just fixed it up a little bit, made it a little bit neater. Yeah, if you can hear background noise, it's because I live with a lot of people. So, yep, just filling in. I like this blue. I do end up like going around it in black later. And then this pink, like I globbed on so much paint, but this paint was also thicker too, so I think it worked a little better. But this is supposed to be like Christmas lights around like the gate. But it is very again abstract. Like it was like this concept's kind of weird. I thumbnailed like a little bit, but it just didn't come out that great. And then I added some on the side. Yeah. And then eventually I go through and I make it look more like lights. But this is it for now. Just so much paint. I also touched up the pink a little bit. So here's me sketching out like the character, and yeah, I don't know. I do go through this fast just because this video is supposed to be more about the stamps than like how I like create and stuff. And I did draw this out instead of like trying to like make a character out of the stamping parts, just because it was just hard to do like the stamps. So I thought I would just draw out the main guy just to have some of this like look a little bit like clearer and make it like more focused. Like in the future, if you want me to make a video trying to make a character out of like stamp stuff like this, then you should comment below, tell me to do it. But for now, I just use the stamps as like background elements. But so I have this character licking a sucker, and I came up with this whole story. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Let me tell you about my beef with Poscas first. So, I try to use Posca pens at first, but I hate how like see-through they are. Like with how expensive they are, like I wish they just like had better like coverage, I guess. But so I ended up painting over it instead just cuz I didn't like how the Poscas tore up the paper and how like see-through it was. Like I still had to use a lot of layers with the paint, but the Posca, I was just getting annoyed. And like Poscas cost that much, like I'd rather just get paint so I could like mix it. Like I know you can mix Poscas, but that's like a pain, and then you have to use like a paintbrush anyways, I think. So like you're gonna spend all this money for a Posca pen and then it's not gonna cover that good and you only have like limited colors. Like I don't know. That's my Posca beef. Anyway, so here's the story of this alien standing in front of a gate. Are you ready? Okay. So I paused for a minute to catch my breath, but here we go. So there's this new alien family in town, right? First time coming to Earth, they were like, yeah, let's make the move. We'll be closer to family or something like that. So this alien, he's in front of his fancy alien house with this cool gate, and he's just hanging out, doing kid stuff. Like whatever the kid Batman was doing in the Joker movie when Joaquin Phoenix walked up to him, or like something like that. So this alien kid is next to the gate when his little neighbors, like the neighbor kids, they're like, wow, you seem cool. Want to have a blue raspberry sucker? My mom got it from the bank. And internally, this alien kid's like, what's a raspberry? What's a bank? I don't know. But I want a friend, so I'll try the sucker. But you see, he's very nervous. What if he's allergic? What if he thinks it's disgusting and insults his neighbor friend? As he goes to lick the strange new candy, all of his inner anxiety is clearly visible through his sweat/tears. Yeah, could you tell I was reading from a script? Probably. But yeah, so I decided to make his sweater yellow just because I really wanted to. Like, I don't know, something about a yellow sweater. I'm like, whoa. And so then I made him purple, just to complement the yellow. But I just really like how the yellow looks with the blue too. I added a gradient to his like forehead, just because like I thought it would make it like pop a little bit, not be so flat. And yeah, comment below if you like blue raspberry suckers. Um, what am I saying? I gave him a little unibrow because I thought it'd be cute. I first painted it in pink, and then I tried to go over it in purple, but eventually I just made it blue. Yeah, but yellow and purple paint were so thin, I did do a lot of layers. Um, I added little wings just 'cause I do that sometimes. Yeah, here's that unibrow. What am I saying? I decided not to use like a black outline just because I wanted this piece to be more colorful. And then here, I try to do the lights to make them look like lights, but they do not look like lights. And I'm kind of like sad, but they're supposed to be like Christmas lights on a gate. And then, yeah, I outlined them in dark blue, but big mistake. I guess, kind of, maybe not. I don't know. Comment below. I keep telling you to comment, but how would you have done the lights? Um, yeah, I try to like add like a little glare like coming off of them, and then here's like the wire connecting them that like always gets tangled up or whatever. And then I do like have them unplugged, but I also have an outlet. So my little explanation for that is that the aliens have the advanced technology, but they know that humans like plug in lights, so they like still have a plug, but they don't have to plug it in because their technology is advanced and can like light without outlet. Yeah, and then here's supposed to be like the front of the gate, um, but it comes out messy, so I touch it up a little bit too. But I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. I tried to make the stuff in the front, like in the foreground, darker than the stuff in the background. Originally, I was gonna have like the medium blue, like circle rectangles in front of like the crisscross light blue, but I decided to put them back one. So it's kind of like darkest in the front, lightest in the back, but not really. So I put the black outline around the light blue, and then I put the date on it. And here's some close ups. Like, it's kind of weird. It's a little ugly, pretty abstract, but I think it's okay. It's just a page in my sketchbook. Oh, here's my little doodle, my little thumbnail. Originally, I thought it'd be cute to have two halves of a heart, like kissing, like two heart characters, but yeah. So that's what that came out. And then let's not forget about our test pages. So yeah, that's the journey we went on today. Thanks for watching. You should subscribe if you want. I'm trying to do more art videos. I think my next one's gonna be like a Mother's Day painting for my mom. But yeah, like and subscribe.